Morning, all. All right, so we got 6 games tonight in the National Hockey League. Not bad for a Friday night. And then tomorrow there's 11 games in the National Hockey League. So we got 3 games starting at 7 Pacific, or 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific. We only have 2 starting at 7 Pacific tonight, and then we have a 6 Pacific start in the middle. So we start at 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific, the Philadelphia Flyers, the Buffalo Sabres. This is the third and final meeting between them. The Buffalo Sabres, 5-2 winners on November the 1st. Philadelphia, 5-1 winners on November the 3rd. So they haven't seen each other in quite some time. The Flyers are 36-29-11. They are tied with the New York Islanders. They have the tiebreak on the Islanders, so they're still third in the division, and they're 1 point clear of both Washington and Detroit. So it is a bit of a schmoz right now in the East. On the scoring side of things, Tippett's been the leading scorer for the Flyers over the last month. 5 goals, 6 assists, 11 points in 13 games. Farabee, 13 games played, 3 goals, 1 assist for 4 points. Erik Johnson's had a hard time in Philly. 12 games, no points, and a -11. So either he's getting all the tough assignments or it's not working out greatly for him since he joined the Flyers. On the Buffalo side of things, they're 36-35-5. They're 6 points back of the New York Islanders and that final playoff spot, meaning they're also 7 points back, or 6 points back, I should say, of the Flyers as well. So again, they're not out, but it feels like they are. Tage Thompson, their leading scorer over the last month, 13 games, 9 goals, 8 assists, 17 points. Zach Benson, 14 games, 3 goals, 4 assists, 7 points for him. He's had a very good rookie season. Olofsson, just the 3 goals in 14 games. Is this his last season in Buffalo? It may very well be. 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific start between the Capitals and the Canes. The Caps have won 2 of the first 3, although those were in extra time. Both of them via shootout. December 17th, a 2-1 shootout victory for the Capitals. On January 5th, a 6-2 win for Carolina. March the 22nd, a 7-6 shootout win for Washington, which I'm sure Cap fans will remember quite clearly. But what's interesting to me is this really kind of illustrates how this season's gone for the Caps. They win the close ones, and if there's a large goal differential the other way, well, it's not all that surprising either. The Caps, 36-29-10. They are 1 point back of the New York Islanders as a result of last night's games, and so they're looking to get back above the playoff line. Ovechkin, their leading scorer over the last month, 15 games, 10 goals, 5 assists, 15 points. Tom Wilson, 8 games, 4 goals, 2 assists, 6 points over the last month. Protas, just the 2 assists in 12 games. He's been kind of snake bit lately. On the Carolina side, they're 47-22-7. They are 5 points back of the New York Rangers for first place in the division. So if you're a Canes fan, you're cheering for Detroit and hoping for a win here. Aho, their leading scorer over the last month, 15 games, 9 goals, 12 assists, 21 points. Natchez, 15 games, 4 goals, 5 assists for 9 points. And Kuznetsov, 14 games, 2 goals, 4 assists, 6 points. He's I think, been better than the 2 goals in 14 games would tell you. But again, we'll see how Kuznetsov's production looks as we get towards playoffs and then in the playoffs. 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific start between the Rangers and Detroit. The Rangers have won the first 2 meetings, so I'm wearing Rangers. See if they go for the sweep. The Rangers, 51-21-4. They are 5 points clear of the Carolina Hurricanes. Panarin, their leading scorer over the last month, 14 games, 10 goals, 15 assists, 25 points. That's insane. Lafreniere has been excellent again over the last month. 14 games, 8 goals, 7 assists, 15 points. Keandre Miller hopefully plays more than 2 seconds tonight, because remember, he was part of that brawl the other night. 14 games, 1 goal, 4 assists, 5 points for Miller. On the other side of things, you got Detroit, 37-30-8 overall. They're 1 point back of the New York Islanders. Patrick Kane, their leading scorer over the last month, 13 games, 5 goals, 6 assists, 11 points. David Perron, 14 games, 3 goals, 4 assists for 7 points. Andrew Kopp, they could use a goal here. 14 games, 2 goals, 4 assists, 6 points for Andrew Kopp over the last month. And then at 9 Eastern, 6 Pacific, Colorado and Dallas. So this is going to be an interesting one because, of course, I'm a fan of Colorado and Dallas. Colorado and Edmonton. As a fan of Dallas and Vancouver, there's where I was going with that. It's going to be interesting because, of course, Colorado's chasing Dallas. Edmonton's chasing Vancouver. So, Colorado won the first meeting March the 16th by a score of 3-2 in overtime. These teams will meet again on April the 18th. For Colorado, they're 48-22-6. They are 3 points behind Dallas. McKinnon, their leading scorer over the last month, 13 games, 9 goals, 16 assists, 25 points. Casey Middlestad, has fit in quite well there. 12 games, 4 goals, 4 assists, 8 points over the last month. Miles Wood had some chances last night. He just has 3 assists in 13 games over the last month. He's kind of due for a point. On the Oilers side, 45, 24, and 5 is their record. They are 7 points back of the Vancouver Canucks. So, stands to reason that for the Vancouver Canucks and their fans, they'll be rooting for Colorado tonight. For Dallas fans, they'll be rooting for Edmonton tonight. And for me, I'm just torn. McDavid, 14 games, 6 goals, 21 assists, 27 points for him. He's the leading scorer for Edmonton over the last month. This should be a very entertaining game. Foegele, 14 games, 4 goals, 2 assists, 6 points. Having the best season he's ever had. Evander Kane is not. He has 3 assists in 13 games over the last month. Kind of lost in everything with Hyman's 50 goals, Foegele playing really well, everything around the Oilers. Evander Kane's just not scoring. So, yeah, that's one of those interesting things this season. 10 Eastern, 7 Pacific start between Seattle and Anaheim. That's right. We get another dose of this one. December 23rd, 3-2 win for Seattle. March 26th, 4-0 win for Seattle. March 28th, a 4-2 win for Seattle. This one's in Anaheim, though. The other two most recent games were in Seattle, so we'll see if that helps the Ducks. Seattle's 31, 31, and 13. They are 16 points back of LA in that last playoff spot in the West. Bjorkstrand, 13 games, 4 goals, 4 assists, 8 points. So again, for Seattle, they're mathematically eliminated already, of course. It's about playing for jobs next year. So Bjorkstrand's 8 points in 13 games does lead them over the last month. Eberle, 13 games, 3 goals, 2 assists, 5 points. Looking for a goal from Eberle. And Alexiak, just the 3 assists in 13 games. He's not an offensive defenseman, though, so that's okay. Again, when I highlight players who may not have a ton of points, it's not an insult. It's not. It's not my way of saying this guy isn't any good. It's my way of saying they might be due for a goal or for points. On the Anaheim side, 25, 47, and 4 is their record. I've seen the comments about, oh, he's calling this guy out. No, I'm not. So the Ducks are 37 points behind LA. I guess you can say I'm calling the Ducks out for that, although we know they're not making the playoffs. Alex Killorn, 15 games, 8 goals, 1 assist, 9 points, has been their leading scorer over the last month. Zellweger's been really good lately. 14 games, 1 goal, 5 assists, 6 points. Silverberg, 15 games, 1 goal, 2 assists, 3 points. And yeah, you probably want another goal out of Silverberg. 10 Eastern, 7 Pacific start between Vegas and Arizona. These teams have split the first 2 meetings. November 25th, a 2-0 win for Arizona. February 8th, a 3-2 win for Vegas. For the Golden Knights, they're 42, 25, and 8. If you're a Golden Knights fan tonight, you're also cheering for Colorado because Vegas is only 3 points back of Edmonton in second place in the division. Jack Eichel, their leading scorer over that time, 13 games, 7 goals, 8 assists, 15 points to lead them in scoring. Mantha, 13 games, 2 goals, 6 assists, 8 points. He's been doing very well for them recently. Stevenson, you probably want a goal or 2 more out of him. 13 games, 1 goal, 7 assists, 8 points. He is being productive, though. On the Arizona side of things, they're 31, 39, and 5 overall. They are 24 points back of LA, and of course, they've been mathematically eliminated as well. Clayton Keller, 13 games, 10 goals, 7 assists, 17 points, leading them in scoring over the last calendar month. Dylan Guenther, 13 games, 5 goals, 3 assists, 8 points for him. And Lawson Krause, 13 games, 1 goal, 3 assists, 4 points. He is over the 20-goal mark on the season, but it's been more of a challenge lately. So, let me know your picks in the comment section below as always. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe in the event you haven't done so already. Thank you guys so much for all your support. I will talk to you again soon.